My name is Ferrell Wilson, but everybody calls me Gus, and I'm the second oldest man living here. Next month, June 10th, 2021, I'll be 80 years old, and my my mother got some inherited some land kind of northeast of town of Canton, and I still got that property because I'm the only one left in mom and dad's family. And when I was a toddler, I remember living over there, and there was a old woman, I didn't know who she was, living not too far from our house. And I should have asked somebody who she was. And I didn't find out till much later that was my mom's grandma. Was my grandpa's mother. She was telling my mother in the town of Canton, she went to one of them stores. She had a picture on the wall. After Little Bighorn was over, she seen a picture. She said it wasn't like that, cause when she was maybe a teenager, after battle was over, she went over there. She said all them cavalry guys was laying dead on the ground, and she said some of them guys had no clothes on, and she told my mother them Sioux, they were crazy. That they stripped them all of them, soldiers, dead soldiers. Anyway, and after that, she said she told my mother that her father would been my great grandpa on my mother's side, and he was from Montana, and that's where that would have been my great grandfather, and then was buried there at my grandpa's father. Back then, they had no English name, so my great grandmother, the old lady, they had no name, so they called her. Well, she was Northern Cheyenne, and they just called her Montana woman, and Cheyenne, and they translated into English. It was Eaton. This is what's called Northern Cheyenne. Eaton, Montana woman. Anyway, And my grandfather, my mother's father, he didn't know English name either. They just translated his Cheyenne name, which was Hill with Arno, which means Yellow Hawk. They gave him that name. And his name was Fred Yellowhawk. I don't know where Fred came from. And he had a full brother. His Cheyenne name was River, Hick, and yeah, they translate his name, and my great grandmother had some land. Gave her us 360 acres, and my two grandfathers, my mother's father and her uncle, River. Later on, River got a name like my grandfather. Didn't know where he got that name. Sam River. And they put, I don't know where it came from, they put S on it, back of it, Rivers. I don't know where it came from, the S. I got some nieces and nephew living here in Clinton. That's what their last name is, Rivers. And see, and we're living over on that property. And when my great grandmother died, my grandfather, my mother's father, inherited it. And when my grandfather passed away, my mother inherited it. And when she passed away, and we inherited, there was 6 of us. There was 4 brothers and 2 sisters. We inherited from my mother. And my grandfather's brother, he sold part of his, and my grandfather didn't sell any of his until we moved to Clinton here. Because my father used to work at Southern Oklahoma gypsum plant, where they make sheetrock stuff. And when it shut down, it got him a job here in Clinton. And went to work at a brickyard over here, Clinton. And my father, he was part white. That's why my last name Wilson. His grandfather was half white, named Adam Wilson. And he was quarter white, Russian Indian. And that's why like I said, my last name Wilson, that's where it came from. And but they still got me down as quarter white. And my grandfather, name was John Wilson. He it was my father's father, and he worked, retired from a brickyard, and before we moved from Canton, my mom sold 40 acres of land, and bought a house here in Clinton. That's where we lived. And that's when my father went to work at a brick plant, making brick at the old brickyard, brick plant. See, we were looking for a job, and his older sister, she was 2 years older than my father. My father passed away when he was 70 years old. I thought it was old, but I'm going to be 10 years older than that next month. And he asked my aunt, my father's older sister, if there was any job she could have in Clinton. And her husband used to be a night watchman there at the brick plant. And then he told my dad, come over and put in your application for a job. That's when he got that job. He used to work in what they call a keel, look like a hut. He used to cook bricks, and he worked there quite a while and finally retired. And when we was kids, when they retired, we moved out in the country, northeast of Clinton here. He rented a house from another Indian guy, and went to school up to Arapaho, because school bus come by there. We'll get on the bus and go to school. And he was talking to some man. Some man came out there and was going to school at Arapaho. And that man was superintendent of schools in Clinton. He told my dad, we're living in Clinton School District. We're supposed to be going to school at north of the Laos Country Store, east of town. There was a schoolhouse there. It was in the Clinton School District. We were supposed to be going to school there, but closed down a long time ago. So went to school at Clinton, and eventually we called Clinton school bus. The superintendent sent a bus out there to pick us up. Back then, I don't know, they might still do it now. The tribe used to give school districts so much money for each Indian child that went to school there. And we get free lunches. And I graduated from high school 1961. Also was the second oldest male to, it might have been the senior class oldest Indian guy was in my class. He was the oldest. So I just was thinking about that story. My grandma, great grandma, told my mother about that little bighorn, and I wish I would have knew who she was. I would have went and talked to her. She couldn't speak English, and but I did a little bit here and there. But I used to understand it, and sometimes I just think about stuff like that happened years ago. And I just graduated from high school, and after graduation, I was going to trade school, but I didn't. But and I also was going to the south of town here. They got Veteran Center now. It used to be a TV sanatorium, and I was going to go over there and learn how to. There was a guy there who used to teach upholstery, repair divans and stuff like that. Well, I didn't get to go because I got my job. Anyway, I worked till I was 46 years old. And then I put in for my Social Security, and I got it. I'm getting it now. And I worked a lot of different places. Some construction, but mostly general labor, like farm work and things like that. And I don't get very much Social Security because farm work didn't pay in, and just a little work I done, construction. But I'm getting out to support myself, and I'm just glad I lived this long. Like somebody said, if I knew I was going to live this long, I would have taken better care of myself. Well, I was goofing off when I was still young. In my late teens and 20s. And then I used to get in trouble quite a bit. Not real big trouble, just enough to get locked up in jail. I used to do things that I shouldn't have done. Now I think about it, and yeah, my mother passed away when she was young too, 73 years old, and my father, he was 70. My father was born 1905, and he died in 1975. And my mother died when she was 73. As a matter of fact, she died in 1981. And I didn't think I was older than them. And I just wished I would have knew my great grandmother, my mother's, and my father's mother. Anyway. And I was born on a property. I was born in a tent. A doctor from the town of Cheyenne came and delivered me. There was 6 of us, 4 brothers and 2 sisters, and mother and father. Anyway, we just grew up till I lost my oldest sister in 1968. She was married up there to Watonga. And eventually all my brothers and sister passed on. And about a month and a half ago, my brother was still alive. He died about a month and a half ago. He was the oldest. He would have been 83 years old, 7th of May. And I gotta go, my goal is to try to live to be 100. And if I don't get real sick, or I don't get real bad disease, or if I don't get no bad accident, I might make it. And I don't do anything now. I was telling somebody something. He asked me, what do I do now? I told him, I'll do a little bit this and that, and a whole lot of nothing. He just laughed. He said, well, that's all some of us can do. Do a little bit here, a little bit there, and yeah, yeah, my grandfather, my mother's father, And my mother's mother, I never did get to meet her. She passed away before I was born. And we just do what we can, what we could. I used to. And my father worked a long time. It was mostly do farm work. I guess we were poor and I didn't know it because we used to have plenty to eat. Clean clothes to wear and stuff like that. And anyway, but we were happy when we were growing up. I made a lot of friends, all kinds. Boys and girls, men and women, different races, whites, blacks, Indians, and now Spanish or Mexicans. A whole bunch of friends. And I'm just glad I got to tell a story. That's all.